What's up, everybody? I'm Bobby West. This is Colby West.
How are you guys today?
And this is the West Bros Experience. Today, we're talking all about sustainability. Now, you've probably heard all about this word in terms of environmental issues, but today we want to talk about how sustainability applies to your everyday life and to your business.
So for me personally, sustainability is something I've always been really passionate about. I went to school for engineering, kind of transitioned into the renewable energy space. Been in there for about the last 5 years. And recently, within the last year, and specifically the last few months, it's been a total lifestyle change for me. I've been kind of opening my eyes, seeing the bigger picture, and saying to myself, can you do this long term? Can you continue to eat like this? Can you continue to work like this? Do you have that type of balance? Do you really enjoy what you do to be able to keep doing it day in, day out?
Right. So you're talking about everything. Your career, it obviously started out in sustainability and solar sales. That's what you're doing all day, every day is trying to help people get off of traditional power into a more sustainable method. But you're also talking about health, about your diet, about your fitness. I think that's one of the key concepts I've learned is you don't want to work so hard through your 20s, 30s, 40s only to be stuck up in some hospital in your 50s or 60s and 70s and giving all that money back to them, basically.
Yep.
So I know Colby's made some leaps as far as diet, as far as fitness, though, and I think that's really been the biggest place that you've motivated me as far as fitness. So how would you give, or what tips would you give people as far as staying motivated and how to look at fitness in terms of sustainability?
Right. Yeah, I think it is that. It's about showing up, honestly, day in, day out. And you don't have to be in the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours a day. You don't have to go 5, 6, 7 days a week. It's about showing up, making yourself feel better for 30, 45 minutes. But the most important part to me, and the part that really made the difference, was nutrition. It was transitioning to a plant-based diet. It made me feel incredible, and that was just a recent change for me, less than a few weeks. So that's little leaps I've made. Gave up alcohol almost 7 months ago to the day. That's just another step I'm making for my personal growth. So it's all part of the movement, and yeah, awesome. It makes me feel phenomenal, and being able to talk with people about it, just a benefit for me.
I think that's a big part. You talked about diet, talked about health, you talked about maybe not abusing alcohol, not necessarily abusing drugs, things like that. All of those contribute to your daily energy level, right? Your daily energy level. So how do you want to wake up and feel every single morning? Because how do you want to be? How do you want to feel? How are you going to be your most optimal? How are you going to perform at the highest levels in your business life, but also in your relationships? You got to be honest. If you're hungover, you're probably acting like a jerk, and you're definitely not working as hard as you could be.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's hangovers in diet and in health.
It's true.
And that's one word I guess I want to get to is it's congruency.
Right.
That's this word I'm learning is the more congruent you can make all of these things in your life, the more in alignment your goals can be with your other ambitions, your personal ambitions, your health ambitions, your fitness ambitions. The more congruency there is in your life, that's a more sustainable life that you're living.
Absolutely, yeah. It's congruency to a T. Do your actions contribute to making yourself a better you? Every day you can legitimately, every decision you make, you can say, hey, is this making me better? Every single one. Am I eating fruit and oatmeal in the morning, or am I going to McDonald's to grab a sausage egg McMuffin? It's simple decisions like that, and they just continue to add up over time, and it's about showing up for yourself as well as others, for sure.
That's awesome, yeah. And the fact that they add up over time, I think, is so huge. We see that. Anybody that stays in tune with environmental issues, you see that how the environment can kind of recreate itself and readapt. The human body is like that as well, is where you can feed your body trash for 20 straight years, but eventually it's going to fold on you. Eventually there's going to come some big payday where you have to pay back for all the slack, all the laziness that you've put in. And on the flip side, the better you get every day, the more progress you make, the more sustainable your life becomes. So that's really a huge thing, is don't get stuck necessarily on 100%, because whether it's your fitness or whether it's your health or whether it's your business, just taking that one action, that one day, is going to do so much for you, because it's going to push you forward for the next day, for the next action, for the next activity, and you're going to be more ready and more capable to keep making progress in your life. So I think that's where people get caught up, I think, is like on the all or nothing.
Absolutely.
Especially with diet and fitness.
Yep.
I know, like our family, friends, there's a lot of people that can relate to that out there, where if you don't feel like you're perfect, maybe you feel like it's easier to quit, but that's just not a sustainable way of looking at it.
It goes back to your mental state. If you're sustainable in your mental health, if you're always trying to grow there, and it's really celebrating every victory. One of my kind of go-to mottos, and it's celebrating every small positive in your life. Like, it's
gratitude.
It is gratitude.
Yeah.
Yep. It's being grateful for what you have, and really pushing for what you want, honestly, and just to keep it simple. So, and honestly, like the last few months, we've been doing a nutrition program together, and it's really built like even a tighter bond between my brother and I. And it feels really good. My dad has come on board as well, right. And it's really brought us all closer and more of a teamwork, so we can talk about it together, we can build about it, say how we feel, what we like, and really feed off that energy and keep each other going. So
that's a really exciting project. I'm glad you brought me on board for that. We've got a number of family members and also actually a number of friends now on board, and it's a diet program, but it's also a way for us to stay motivated, and there's actually a financial component as well. And that's the last part I wanted to get into, was how you can make your business more sustainable, because anybody that's put the work in, put the time in, knows that there are only so many hours in the day, and at some point you have to start leveraging not only other people's time and effort, but also their talents.
Yep. And
I think that's the way that you've really got to look when it comes to making your business more sustainable.
Yep, it is a complete and total team effort. It's leveraging that. It's no one's ever made it on their own, and it's not going to start now. I promise you that. So people didn't get to the top level of their business by head down and not talking to anyone.
I think that's a great point. I think it's a fine line there, because you want to be head down and not talking to somebody when it comes to your personal motivations.
Yep.
You don't want anybody knocking you off the tracks of your goals
sure.
and your dreams, but at the same time, you gotta open your eyes to the fact that there are so many other people out there whose goals and dreams align with yours, not identically all the time, but you can help them in ways and they can help you in ways, and there's so many ways that we can use each other to grow together and use the talents of others to really kind of move your business forward.
Right.
We're learning about that, I guess, because we're both at the point in first year in business where you're learning about leveraging other people's time. You get bogged down. If we're doing as many transactions as we want, there's not enough time in the day.
Yep.
So you've got to start leveraging other people, leveraging their time. Even if it comes down to like transaction coordinators, different things like that, anywhere across the board, anything you don't like doing is probably something you should look at leveraging out.
Absolutely. Yep. That pretty much sums it up for the day. That's all the time we've got right now. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks again.
You got it. Let us know in the comments how you can make your life and your business, maybe your health, your fitness, how you can make those things more sustainable. And we'll see you next time.
Later.
Cool.